is your Weather Watch here at the Weather Network. I'm Karen Johnson. Thanks for spending some time with me. Well, let's start off with your first weather story in Toronto, where we had a beautiful day with wading pools, very active. Temperature hit 32 degrees. It felt more like 40 with the humidity in some areas. I'll have more on that story and coming up in just moments. Now, the story in Calgary, well, we get some localized flooding and some hail making its way through. As of yesterday, we had about 15 millimeters of rain coming in. We'll have more on that weather story and let you know if there's a dry spell on the way. And Vancouver basking in the sun yet again, all courtesy of high pressure, and a lot of people were out there enjoying it. I don't blame you. Some beautiful temperatures and some scenes. We'll have more on that coming up. But first, we'll take a little break, and if you're making some plans, we've got your local forecast, and that just happens to be coming up next.
You're watching the Weather Network on this Tuesday. It's July the 12th. Kim McDonald, Lindsay Morrison with you, your national forecast. We had some pretty active weather yesterday in New Brunswick, Lindsay. We've seen severe thunderstorms as well, parts of southwestern Ontario, the Ottawa region. Yeah, it's summertime, no lack of summertime weather.
No, you know, you get those very warm days, you get the sunshine during the day in many cases, and then the days finished off with some thunderstorm activity. So certainly standard for this time of year.
Speaking of which, you know, I was just reading about sunburns, and if you happen to be unfortunate enough to get one of these, and especially when it's particularly painful, doctors are suggesting that you take ibuprofen, something like an after effect because of the inflammation. It should help ease the pain of the burn, but of course, best solution, Lindsay, don't get burned.
That's right. You know, stay out of the sun if you can. Wear a hat, wear your sunscreen. These are always tips that we try to encourage here at the Weather Network. There will be some sunshine in some parts of the country today, but in Atlantic Canada, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of active weather. Here's a look at the current radar. Some showers and some thunder showers rolling across the region. Some thunder and rain reported right now in St. John, New Brunswick. Your temperatures this afternoon will be looking like this. It's going to be another humid day in parts of New Brunswick, feeling like 34 in Fredericton and feeling closer to 29 once you factor in the humidity in Charlottetown. Not a bad day for you in St. John's, Newfoundland. 21 degrees, your daytime high. But while we had some active weather yesterday, including a tornado warning issued for the Woodstock area of New Brunswick, we are once again looking at a risk of thunderstorms, isolated severe in nature, but the risk is there for many parts of the Maritimes. And however, Kim, we are anticipating it should be a less active day than yesterday.
Yeah, you know, that was pretty wild, the storms that you saw in New Brunswick. And even in the early morning hours, I was noticing Moncton at 4 a.m. You had a thunderstorm yesterday in North Bay as well. It was a warm day, and the rain came down. Boy, it's been a bit of a soaker in parts of northern Ontario.
Certainly, and you can see in this video here that it led to a little bit of pooling on the roadways. Not too much in the way of major flooding, but oh, there you go. Car driving past, a little splash there off the wheels.
Yeah, you don't want to be a pedestrian at the bus stop when those cars go by. Wanted to mention, too, the foggy start to the day in North Bay. It's warm, about 20 degrees, and they've had fog through much of the night.
Yeah, and not just North Bay, but other parts of Ontario as well. If you are heading out on the roads, be careful if you're dealing with some dense fog in your area. Here's a quick look at the current conditions across the region. Feeling like 30 degrees right now in the city of Toronto with that humidity, and very similar situation in Windsor. Expect another humid day today. It could be just a little cooler. With the passing of those fronts yesterday, that brought some active weather to parts of the province, but it's still going to be a hot one. And in the north, we're still dealing with some warm temperatures as well. It's going to be feeling like 29 today in Elliott Lake. Let's talk a little bit about the west, because we have a warm up on the way in your long range forecast. Stay tuned for those details, but with that also comes a risk of thunderstorms. Today we could see some severe weather around Calgary, Lethbridge, as well as Medicine Hat. Here now, your long range forecast. Let's get you through the start of your weekend, but we'll begin first on Wednesday. If you're in Atlantic Canada, still some unsettled weather in store for you. Could be another thundery day, and this active weather could stretch towards Ottawa and Montreal as well. Cooler conditions behind the passing fronts in Ontario, but it's still going to be sunny. It's still going to be relatively warm. Unsettled for you in the province of Alberta as well as parts of British Columbia. In fact, we're anticipating on and off showers in Vancouver and Victoria as well as the interior right through the long range forecast. Warming up in through the prairies. Pay close attention to Manitoba here. We could see some active weather, maybe some potentially severe storms. Conditions are improving across Atlantic Canada. Friday's looking like not a bad day. Seasonal conditions now across southern Ontario, but still dealing with the potential for some active weather, not only in Manitoba, but eventually into northwestern Ontario for your Saturday. This looks to be the most active spot in the country for the start of the weekend, but conditions are looking nice in both the east and the western part of Canada.
Visit Ramada.ca for our best rates and special offers in Atlantic Canada.
At Ancestry.ca, we help Canadians discover their family history. That's because we make it so easy. With the largest online collection of family history records, photographs, and family trees, you'll be amazed at what you discover. Just start with a name, and we'll do the searching for you. Within minutes, you'll be building your family tree and joining millions around the world who are discovering their family story. You don't have to know what you're looking for. You just have to start looking. Visit Ancestry.ca.
On August 15, 1997, a tornado ripped through Grey County in Ontario, tearing apart farms and houses. Williams Lake was hit especially hard as the tornado destroyed trees, flipped boats, and damaged homes and cottages. Miraculously, 2 men survived when the cottage they were in was picked up and thrown into the lake. It was the second tornado to hit Williams Lake in 15 months. On April 20th, 1996, an F3 tornado struck the same place, one of 2 F3s to strike the province that day.
The new snack size McFlurry. It makes any moment perfect. Create your own for just $1.99 plus tax.
Be kind to your eyes with Transitions lenses. Transitions adapt to changing light, so you see your whole day comfortably and conveniently while protecting your eyes from the sun. Ask your eye care professional which Transitions lenses are right for you.
For help finding your right pair of eyeglasses, just log on to eyeglassguide.ca and check out the new Transitions Eyeglass Guide, turning eyeglasses into my glasses.
Degree Clinical with Motion Sense technology contains micro-encapsulated bursts of freshness activated by movement. It works so well that 7 out of 10 women would switch from their current antiperspirant. Degree, it won't let you down.
Happening Now is brought to you by Total Pillow.
Good morning. The countdown is on till your local forecast. Following that, a look at some of the big weather stories happening across the country. But first, we have to talk about a few of these situations. We're anticipating some more active weather in Alberta today. Yesterday, there were storms around Strathmore and Brooks, but today it looks like the most severe weather could be around Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat. With this, we could get some heavy downpours and maybe some gusty winds, also not ruling out the possibility of some hail. Yesterday, City of Toronto was the hot spot of the country at 33.5 degrees. Factor in the humidity, it felt much warmer than that. Another hot day in store for today. Now coming up, first you get the warm weather, and in some cases then you get the thunderstorms. We'll outline what exactly happened in the province of Ontario yesterday, right after this look at your local forecast.
Your local forecast is brought to you by Kia Motors.
Weather news is coming up right after this local forecast.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Kia. Hurry in during the record-breaking clear-out event. You won't want to miss it. Visit kia.ca today.
Hi, good morning. It's been a wild weather ride through parts of eastern Canada. A cold front clashing with warm air triggered storms in New Brunswick yesterday. And at one point, Environment Canada issued a rare tornado warning for Woodstock and Carleton County, but it ended with no touchdowns being reported. And in southern Ontario, the same classic matchup of hot versus cold unleashed thunderstorms there as well, with some storms reaching severe levels. Your video shows what it was like in Windsor, where gusts were about 70 kilometers per hour. Temperatures throughout southern Ontario hit the 30s yesterday, and it was humid. Humidex values in the southwest didn't climb as high as original forecasts called for, but at times it still felt about 10 degrees warmer than reality. The cold front that triggered the storms has chased away some of the hot, humid air, but not all of it. We'll tell you more about that throughout the hour. In Toronto, the daytime high reached the low 30s, and by the afternoon, before U2 showtime at the Rogers Centre, the Humidex was making it feel closer to 40. Fans camped outside the centre all day to get premium seats. For many U2 fans, this is a ritual they've done many times before, so they were prepared for just about anything the weather had to offer.
We got some water and Gatorade. We brought umbrellas to keep us in the shade. We have our little hand fan. So we've done this a few times, so we've got an idea of what we need to do.
I'm going to use her things. No, pretty much the same. And every now and then we'll go inside just to get out of it.
standing in air conditioning for 5 minutes.
Drink lots of water and try and stay as cool as possible.
Umbrellas, ponchos. Keep it out, yeah.
We're prepared.
How do you plan to keep cool today?
Lots of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
In environmental news, the weather is making life tough for tree swallows in New Brunswick, but environmentalists are trying to ease the burden. Shelley Steeves has more on that story.
Well, no question. Here in the Maritimes, we've really had a pretty miserable spring. For the most part, it's been cool, wet, and rainy. Now, that's been tough on people, but it's also been difficult for a tiny bird called the tree swallow. Tree swallows are in decline here in New Brunswick, and experts believe it's due in part to our cooler than normal springs we've had in recent years. But an organization here in Moncton is trying to help along this tiny bird.
They like warm weather with lots of bugs. And if we have those cool, damp springs like we have been getting, then the bugs aren't out yet. If everything's delayed, they come back, they're ready to eat, they're ready to nest, they're ready to lay eggs. They need the mosquito population, they need food, they need nutrition. If it's not there, it can be hard on them. We got funding through the New Brunswick Wildlife Trust Fund to put up nesting boxes for tree swallows along the river. By putting up a nesting box, you do provide tree swallows with some shelter. So it does help them wait out the wet, damp weather, and it also helps homeowners control the mosquito population. We'll put a sticker on the box that will explain to people as they pass by that the tree swallows do eat mosquitoes. And hopefully other people will be encouraged to put tree swallow nesting boxes up as well.
A family of nesting tree swallows can eat as many as 300,000 mosquitoes in just over a month. All the more reason to put up one of these boxes on your own property. For the Weather Network, I'm Shelley Steeves in Riverview, New Brunswick.
And that's our newscast for this half hour. We'll have another update for you 25 minutes from now. If you have photos or videos you'd like to share, all you have to do is upload them to theweathernetwork.com, and we may show them right here.
The Weather Network, your local weather when you need it. There is an easy way to learn how air pollution affects your health.
I check the Air Quality Health Index forecast every day.
When the index shows a lower number, most people can participate in outside activities without any problems. But some people are more vulnerable to air pollution. It can irritate their eyes, nose, and throat, and even make it difficult to breathe properly.
Using the health index helps me to plan when is the best time to get outside and do the things that I love.
This Hotspots report is brought to you by Train.
Well, once again today, the hottest spots in the country can be found in southern Ontario. Temperatures in the upper 20s, feeling into the 30s once you factor in the humidity. However, we are looking at a warm up across the eastern prairies over the next couple of days with a ridge of high pressure building in. Today, if you are in Thompson, expect temperatures in the upper 20s as well. A nice warm day on tap.
A lot of channels at your disposal. You could get carpal tunnel surfing through all that. A Train always has the air you want when you want it. It doesn't waste your time or dime.
Absolutely sizzling. Temperatures will be hovering in the 30s all over the country. Unbelievable. So build the kiddie pool, break out the sunscreen, and just do whatever you need to do to keep cool. Because it's gonna be a hot one out there. So what's causing this inferno? Well, a high pressure system. Introducing the Coca-Cola Summer Ready Can. It'll let you know when it's real cold.
Lysol believes in the importance of clean hands. With our no-touch hand soap system, you'll never have to touch a germy soap pump again. It automatically dispenses the perfect amount of soap with Lysol's germ-killing power. So clean hands are automatic all over your home.
Cowhide dries out. So can your manhide. Dove Men Plus Care has micro moisture to help keep your skin from becoming dry and tight. This unique technology fights skin dryness, so that manhide of yours stays clean and moisturized, no matter what you put it through. Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. Now available, Dove Men Plus Care shampoo and deodorant.
Now when you buy an IKEA kitchen, you'll get up to 20% back in gift cards, which means you could have enough gift cards to buy quite a few pots or storage containers. It's really up to you. IKEA. Any space can be beautiful.
Good morning. Less than a minute to go before your local forecast details. But first, it was a combination of an upper level low and a surface trough. What does that mean? Unsettled weather, unstable conditions, and in the end, it meant rain for Black Diamond, Alberta. This is in the foothills of the Rockies in Alberta. Thank you to Peter for sending this in. Population of about 2,300 people live in Black Diamond. Look at that rain, my goodness. Some places in the east are saying, yeah, we could use a little drink for our lawns, but for some it was a little too much. Look at the hail too. Okay, so thunderstorms again in the forecast for Alberta and the BC interior. Nice and calm across Saskatchewan, Manitoba today. But if we move a little farther east into Atlantic Canada, we've got thunderstorms in the forecast again today. Saw some severe weather there yesterday. We'll tell you who's getting what coming up right after your local forecast.
Active weather is coming up right after this local forecast.
Good morning. You're watching the Weather Network. Kim McDonald, Lindsay Morrison is here as well. Okay, so there was a threat of thunderstorms. Not everybody saw them yesterday in southern Ontario. In the southwest they did, in the east they did, and for a lot of other people it was just a threatening sky and some pretty significant winds too. It was pretty gusty yesterday. But if you didn't mind the winds, it actually kept temperatures a little cool. Patty sends this in from Long Point, one of my favorite spots on Lake Erie. And boy, those winds were just pushing that water, Lake Erie shore. Yeah, it didn't look like a lot of people were at the beach, and I'm thinking that the sand was probably whipping around pretty good as well yesterday. But a lot of people want the rain, and it doesn't look like they're going to see it now. If they didn't see it last night or yesterday in southern Ontario, Lindsay, it looks like it may be a while before they see anything again.
No significant rain in the long-range forecast at this time, but we are watching a system that could be approaching maybe by the later end of the weekend, so stay tuned for those details. Today, temperatures are going to be warm once again, and while normally passing systems cool things down, we're not looking at a big difference. Still right now, feeling like 29 in the city of Toronto. This afternoon, looking at a daytime high of 29 degrees, but feeling closer to 35. Across The Maritimes and parts of Newfoundland, we're dealing with some showers and some thunder showers. Thunder rumbling across Charlottetown as well as Greenwood, Nova Scotia. Here's a look at your temperatures for this afternoon. Another humid day for you in Charlottetown, and not a bad day in St. John's, Newfoundland. 20 degrees will be your daytime high. However, the risk of thunderstorms will continue throughout the day today. Your best chance for seeing an isolated severe storm will be in New Brunswick once again. Yesterday, there was a tornado warning issued for the Woodstock area. However, there were no reports of any funnels or any storms touching the ground. Here's a look at the rain continuing. It's going to push into Newfoundland.
Think your mouth is in good shape? Watch this. How's your mouth doing today?
Pretty good, I guess.
Oh, let's take a look.
This shows the plaque bacteria in your mouth.
Ew. That looks nasty.
Ouch, that's a lot.
These bacteria can lead to gingivitis.
But Colgate Total fights bacteria for 12 hours. Take a look. See?
It reduces bacteria, and it's clinically proven to prevent gingivitis.
That looks good.
So what do you think?
I'll try it.
Colgate Total, #1 recommended for gingivitis.
The Weather Network, your trusted source for weather. Be prepared. Hourly forecasts you can rely on. The Weather Network, your active weather source. The Weather Network, voted as your #1 best forecast on TV. The following program is presented in described video for the visually impaired.
This young woman is Ozma. Ozma learned a few minutes ago that she has leprosy, a disease that still strikes hundreds of thousands of people each year. When Ozma heard that she had leprosy, she became very quiet. She's barely spoken since. Leprosy is a bacteria that destroys the sense of touch. A person easily injures their hands and feet, and paralyzing deformities often appear. This is Rabati, and she knows what leprosy can do if it's not cured in time.
My husband made me move out of our house and then he divorced me. I had to eat by myself and I wasn't allowed to touch my children.
Please call and say you'll provide the cure for a person like Ozma. Call the Leprosy Mission Canada at 1-888-451-5509. Please call now. 1-888-451-5509.
Plan ahead. Check your 14-day trend. Going places? Take Weather Eye with you on your mobile. The Weather Network. Weather you can count on. No matter where you're going, check the Weather Network first.
It would be known as Black Friday. On July 31st, 1987, an F4 tornado ripped across Edmonton and the capital region. 27 people were killed and damage totaled hundreds of millions of dollars, making it one of the worst natural disasters in this country's history. The death and destruction that day got government and emergency planners thinking about better ways to warn the public in the event of a disaster like a tornado. The Alberta Emergency Public Warning System was developed as a result of the storm.
A tiny grain of rice. It can't run or walk, but man, can it fly. Just 2 minutes to the natural goodness of rice. Begin with my Uncle Ben's Bistro Express. Dinner is about to take off.
He's got stains.
What is that?
This is grass, beet juice, and here is some old dirt.
Pass it over. Resolve Oxy Action. Just add with your detergent.
The stain seekers will find and remove all those tough stains. Detergent alone can't do that.
Trust Resolve, forget stains.
The litter locker is simple to use and enables you to hygienically lock in embarrassing odors for good. And no need to look for bags with its continuous dispenser. Litter locker, on sale now.
We've got less than a minute to go before your local forecast details. Good morning. Your national is coming up shortly. Kim McDonald, Lindsay Morrison. Well, it huffed and it puffed, but it didn't do a whole lot more in parts of southern Ontario. Cold front went through, yes, but a lot of you were wondering, where were the thunderstorms?
And you know, I was surprised to hear from many people that they were excited about the potential for some rain. It makes sense. We haven't had too much of it in Ontario through the month of July, but you know, some people were wanting that rain for their lawns and their gardens.
Yeah, it's been all or nothing and hot too, but where they did see the thunderstorms was in Windsor, and it happened early in the day. The rain came down, the thunderstorms too, and that brought your temperatures down as well. So we didn't get quite as hot and sticky, and I think a lot of people in Windsor were relieved by that.
That's for sure. Well, we'll break down the temperature story for today. Still going to be hot, but it's going to be just a little bit cooler.
We'll be back right after your local forecast.
Local forecast is brought to you by Renew Life's Total Lung Therapy.
Stay tuned to the Weather Network. Your national, regional, and long-range forecasts are coming up next.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Renew Life's Total Lung Therapy. Don't let smog and pollution take your breath away. Get relief with Total Lung Therapy.
You're watching the morning show on the Weather Network on this Tuesday. It is the 12th of July. Kim McDonald, Lindsay Morrison, and this is your national summary. So we'll take you across the country, get into your long-range details as well. And today is, this is it. I mean, this is one of those contests that you and I wish we could enter.
Yes.
You could win a trip to see the premiere of Cowboys and Aliens, which is expected to be a big blockbuster this summer. In San Diego, California.
You know, beautiful weather in San Diego, California, that nice dry heat in California. Now, if you do, all you have to do is head to our website, theweathernetwork.com, and download the Weather Eye for your desktop. And this is a great thing to have on your computer.
Yeah, you know, you're going to want to do that anyway, but the fact that you can also win a trip to see a movie premiere is just an added bonus. So today is the last day to do it. Make sure that you do to your Mac or your PC, theweathernetwork.com/Cowboys and aliens.
Yes, well, there you have it. You could win a trip to San Diego. I'd like to be there right now. Let's take a look at the current conditions across the country. We have high pressure rolling across the prairie provinces, but we do have this low pressure system that's bringing some active weather to the Maritimes. We're seeing some thunderstorms around Charlottetown as well as Greenwood, and we're getting rain in Moncton, St. John, as well as parts of Newfoundland around Gander and Stephenville, and we're looking at the rain to later push into St. John's throughout the day. Some lightning as well. The areas in white are the most recent strikes, so some thunderstorm activity with this line of storms rolling across the region. Here's a look at your temperatures for this afternoon. Going to be another humid day in and around Fredericton as well as Charlottetown. Not bad temperatures if you're in St. John's, a little cooler today. In Halifax today, we're also looking at a risk of thunderstorms continuing through the afternoon hours. Your best chance for seeing some isolated severe storms will be in New Brunswick, but the showers will continue widespread right across Atlantic Canada, so it's a good idea to have your umbrella handy if you are going to be spending some time outdoors. And Kim, people were spending some time outdoors in the city of Toronto yesterday.
Yes, you know that U2 song, Are You Gonna Wait Forever? Some people probably thought that yesterday. It was hot, man. You know, at the end of the day, we got to about 33.5 in Toronto. No thunderstorms, thankfully. But these people waited in line for hours and hours, and the reason why is if you get a wristband early on, you could get into the inner circle close to the stage. Natalie Thomas got in. She was there, and Chris May was there as well. So I'm sure a great show last night.
Nice to see so many people prepared with their umbrellas there as well.
Water.
They were ready for anything. It's going to be another humid day in parts of Ontario today, and right now it's a little humid in Toronto, feeling like 29. It'll feel closer to about 35 this afternoon. It's going to be another warm one in Windsor as well as Ottawa. And further north, we're still seeing some humidex values in and around Sudbury, North Bay, Elliott Lake. Across the prairies, your warm-up is on the way. It's going to be humid today in and around the Paw, feeling like 29, and Regina feeling closer to 30 once you factor in that humidex. We are looking at a risk of thunderstorms in Alberta today around Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat. Those are the areas that we could see the most severe weather. Here's a look now at your long-range forecast. Well, you can expect some more rain and thundery conditions if you are in Atlantic Canada on Wednesday. We could also see some thunderstorms around Ottawa as well as Montreal. A little cooler in Ontario with the passing of that system. Still going to be relatively fair, though. Lots of sunshine in store. Unsettled weather forecast for you in Alberta. Could see some thunderstorms and some rain right through the long-range forecast in the interior of BC as well as in Vancouver and Victoria. Taking a look at Thursday. I want to draw your attention to Manitoba. It's going to be hot under this ridge of high pressure. As a result, we could see some thunderstorms there as well. Fair conditions across southern Ontario and Quebec. Improving conditions for you in Atlantic Canada. A little cool, though. Seasonal temperatures on Friday in Ontario. And that unsettled weather continues across much of Western Canada. As we move into the weekend, though, Saturday, your most active spot in the country will likely be northwestern Ontario, but conditions are looking great throughout much of the eastern half of the country, as well as the west. Stay with us. Our weather watch will continue after this.
It's time to celebrate, McRib fans, because it's back.
Have opinions about the Weather Network? Cool.
All right.
We'd love to hear from you. Go to our website and click on support.
Nice to know what the weather's going to be for the week so you can plan what you're doing and what you're going to wear and just plan activities out for the summer and get everything organized.
Plan ahead. Check your 14-day trend.
Spring and summer are prime time for mosquitoes and black flies. Expect to see mosquitoes swarm from dusk until morning. Black flies are most active in the morning and late afternoon. Did you know it's the female who seeks blood? She needs the protein to produce eggs and can bite more than once. Mosquitoes and black flies tend to avoid breezes and direct sun, but watch out if a storm is on the way. They're all known to bite more aggressively before bad weather. For more information, visit the Bug Report on theweathernetwork.com.
I've discovered getting the most out of life starts from the inside out. The natural wheat bran fiber and all bran helps keep me feeling good.
Oh, my soul is what you feed. Feeling good on the inside's all I need. When I listen to my heart, inside's outside, everything's
feeling good on the outside starts with how you feel on the inside. So start every day with Kellogg's All Brand cereal and feel all brand new.
Happening Now is brought to you by Orkin PCO.
Good morning. The countdown is on till your local forecast. Following that, a look at some of the big weather stories happening across the country. But first, we have to talk about a few of these situations. We're anticipating some more active weather in Alberta today. Yesterday, there were storms around Strathmore and Brooks, but today it looks like the most severe weather could be around Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat. With this, we could get some heavy downpours and maybe some gusty winds, also not ruling out the possibility of some hail. Yesterday, City of Toronto was the hot spot of the country at 33.5 degrees. Factor in the humidity, it felt much warmer than that. Another hot day in store today. Now coming up, first you get the warm weather, and in some cases then you get the thunderstorms. We'll outline what exactly happened in the province of Ontario yesterday, right after this look at your local forecast.
Your local forecast is brought to you by new Wonder Plus Simply Free.
Weather news is coming up right after this local forecast.
This local forecast has been brought to you by new Wonder Plus Simply Free. The comfort of yesterday, the nutrition of today.
Hi, good morning. It's been a wild weather ride through parts of eastern Canada. A cold front clashing with warm air triggered storms in New Brunswick yesterday. And at one point, Environment Canada issued a rare tornado warning for Woodstock and Carleton County, but it ended with no touchdowns being reported. And in southern Ontario, the same classic matchup of hot versus cold unleashed thunderstorms there as well, with some storms reaching severe levels. Your video shows what it was like in Windsor, where gusts were about 70 kilometers per hour. Temperatures throughout southern Ontario hit the 30s yesterday, and it was humid. Humidex values in the southwest didn't climb as high as original forecasts called for, but at times it still felt about 10 degrees warmer than reality. The cold front that triggered the storms has chased away some of the hot, humid air, but not all of it. We'll tell you more about that throughout the hour. In Toronto, the daytime high reached the low 30s, and by the afternoon, before U2 showtime at the Rogers Centre, the Humidex was making it feel closer to 40. Fans camped outside the centre all day to get premium seats. For many U2 fans, this is a ritual they've done many times before, so they were prepared for just about anything the weather had to offer.
We got some water and Gatorade. We brought umbrellas to keep us in the shade. We have our little hand fan. So we've done this a few times, so we've got an idea of what we need to do. I'm going to use her things. No, pretty much the same. And every now and then we'll go inside just to get out of it. Yeah. Standing in air conditioning for 5 minutes.
Drink lots of water and try and stay as cool as possible. Umbrellas, ponchos. Keep it out, yeah. We're prepared.
How do you plan to keep cool today?
Lots of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
In environmental news, the weather is making life tough for tree swallows in New Brunswick, but environmentalists are trying to ease the burden. Shelley Steeves has more on that story.
Well, no question. Here in the Maritimes, we've really had a pretty miserable spring. For the most part, it's been cool, wet, and rainy. Now, that's been tough on people, but it's also been difficult for a tiny bird called the tree swallow. Tree swallows are in decline here in New Brunswick, and experts believe it's due in part to our cooler than normal springs we've had in recent years. But an organization here in Moncton is trying to help along this tiny bird.
They like warm weather with lots of bugs. And if we have those cool, damp springs like we have been getting, then the bugs aren't out yet. If everything's delayed, they come back, they're ready to eat, they're ready to nest, they're ready to lay eggs. They need the mosquito population. They need food. They need nutrition. If it's not there, it can be hard on them. We got funding through the New Brunswick Wildlife Trust Fund to put up nesting boxes for tree swallows along the river. By putting up a nesting box, you do provide tree swallows with some shelter. So it does help them wait out the wet, damp weather. And it also helps homeowners control the mosquito population. We'll put a sticker on the box that will explain to people as they pass by that the tree swallows do eat mosquitoes. And hopefully other people will be encouraged to put tree swallow nesting boxes up as well.
A family of nesting tree swallows can eat as many as 300,000 mosquitoes in just over a month. All the more reason to put up one of these boxes on your own property. For the Weather Network, I'm Shelley Steeves in Riverview, New Brunswick.
And that's our newscast for this half hour. We'll have another update for you 25 minutes from now. If you have photos or videos you'd like to share, all you have to do is upload them to theweathernetwork.com, and we may show them right here.
Degree Clinical with Motion Sense technology contains micro-encapsulated bursts of freshness activated by movement. It works so well that 7 out of 10 women would switch from their current antiperspirant. Degree. It won't let you down.
After we stay 2 times at a hotel, who wants a free night? Free night! Free!
You ask for free, we give you free. Right now, when you stay 2 separate times at any of these Choice Hotels, you'll earn 1 night free. Book today at choicehotels.com.
To report active weather in your area, call our storm line, 1-800-463-9463. That's 463-WIND.
The Weather Network, your active weather source.
The employee pricing event is back at Chevrolet, where you pay what GM employees pay, plus get 0% financing on select models. Get a great deal on Chevrolets, like the Cruze, the 2011 Canadian Car of the Year, Silverado HD, the Motor Trend 2011 Truck of the Year, or Equinox, the best highway fuel efficiency in its class. So pay what we pay at the employee pricing event, on now at your Chevrolet dealer.
Health-promoting extracts, if they could get them on their own, they would. Lutein from marigold, fiber from wheat and barley, and myrtle with all the protein they love. Natural defense, protection for life.
Swiss Chalet, always so good for so little. Swiss Chalet, always so good for so little.
love to be outdoors should be aware of the quality of the air that they are breathing. The Air Quality Health Index indicates the health risk of the air quality on a scale from 1 to 10. The lower the number, the lower the risk. The Air Quality Health Index is available in limited areas of Canada. Related health messages can be found in the air quality section of our website. The Weather Network, voted as your #1 best forecast on TV.
Happening Now is brought to you by Nepal Tourism.
Less than 1 minute from right now, we've got your local forecast. Often when there's active weather, our viewers tend to pick up the camera and do a little taping, and we love that you do it and send it to us at theweathernetwork.com like Johnny did in Pincher Creek, Alberta, in the foothills. Look at this. The hail coming down on the trampoline. Yeah, that's not what you want to see jumping on there, is it? Some thunderstorms yesterday thanks to an upper level low. We had a trough in the area, so it's unsettled, and we're going to see very similar conditions today in that same part of Alberta, British Columbia too. The rain came down rather heavily too in North Bay yesterday. Some people are looking at this and saying, you know, we could use a little bit of this rain, but it was a little too much in some areas. There was pooling on the roads, as we can see here, and it ended up being a pretty foggy night and early starts to the day with zero visibility because of all the moisture. Mild too. Stay with us.
Active weather is coming up right after this local forecast.
Active Weather is brought to you by Ontario Government's Bearwise program.
Well, at one point yesterday, Environment Canada issued a tornado warning for the Woodstock-Carleton area. There were no reports of any touchdowns, but there were some pretty significant hail yesterday, some thunder and lightning. We got this video sent in. Thank you to Allison for doing that, showing the hail on her front porch and in the planters as well. Some people had reported golf ball-sized hail in the Woodstock-Carleton area. So some pretty decent storms there as a cold front went through, and it's not over yet. We still have the threat of more thunderstorms today, although we're not expecting them to be as severe, Lindsay.
No, and at this time it's really PEI and Nova Scotia experiencing the thunderstorm activity in and around Greenwood, as well as Charlottetown. Here's a look at the most recent lightning data. The areas in white, the most recent strikes. And here's a look at the radar. So if you're not seeing a thunderstorm, you may be dealing with a shower across the Maritimes in through Cape Breton as well as Newfoundland as well. St. John's, you'll get into the rainfall later on today. A risk of some isolated severe thunderstorms will continue today, mainly in through New Brunswick once again, but it won't be as severe as it was yesterday. Here's a look at how it's all going to play out. So we had our first wave of moisture that's making its way into Newfoundland, and then behind this low, this is where we could get our active weather, the second wave right here, and again, risk potentially for some isolated severe thunderstorms. It's a little cooler this afternoon than it was yesterday in Ontario, but it's still going to be hot and it's still going to be humid, and we're still seeing some humidex values in parts of northern Ontario, feeling into the 30s in some cases. There's a warm-up on the way in the west. Those details still to come.
Active Weather has been brought to you by Ontario Government's Bearwise program. Get tips at ontario.ca/Bearwise. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
Health-promoting extracts. If they could get them on their own, they would. Lutein from marigold, fiber from wheat and barley, and myrtle with all the protein they love. Natural defense, protection for life.
In its lifetime, 20 kilograms of grease and food can pass through a dishwasher and build up in vital parts. For flawless results, use Finish dishwasher cleaner to remove hidden grease and limescale. Because a cleaner dishwasher means amazing dishes. Finish, the diamond standard.
The litter locker is simple to use and enables you to hygienically lock in embarrassing odors for good. And no need to look for bags with its continuous dispenser. Litter locker, on sale now.
The signs of summer are everywhere. So free yourself with Expedia.ca's Summer Somewhere Else sale. Act now and receive great hotel perks, plus up to 30% off select hotels worldwide. Book online at Expedia.ca today. Your trip, your way.
It begins with a brushstroke. A simple yet powerful line, uniting engineering and emotion. Connecting driver to road. Separating Infiniti from every other luxury car in the world. The Infiniti G Sedan. This is inspired performance. This is the way of Infiniti.
This Atlantic Business Travelers Report is brought to you by Ramada Worldwide.
Well, enjoy it while you can if you're in St. John's, Newfoundland. Sunshine with some variable clouds and a daytime high of 20 degrees this afternoon. Rain pushes in later in the day. Halifax, slightly cooler temperatures today at 20 degrees with some rain in your forecast. And it's going to be unsettled across Moncton as well. 23 degrees your high with a risk of an isolated thunderstorm.
It's time to celebrate, McRib fans, because it's back.
Introducing new Magnum ice cream. Silky vanilla bean ice cream and rich caramel sauce, all covered in thick Belgian chocolate. New Magnum ice cream. Enjoy the royal treatment.
This UV report is brought to you by Essilor.
After a long cold winter, it feels nice to get outside and bask in the sun. Just remember, it doesn't have to be hot for UV rays to damage your skin. Even if you're wearing a coat, apply sunscreen to your hands, face, and ears, and don't forget your sunglasses. For UV information anytime, visit theweathernetwork.com.
Experio polarized lenses, a safer world and a more beautiful world. To see the world safely and in all its splendor, ask for Experio polarized lenses. Experio offers 100% UV protection and completely eliminates glare in all situations. Whether for sport or for your daily activities, you will experience the outdoors like never before with Experio. Enter the contest Enjoy the Sun with Experio and win a dream cruise to the Caribbean worth $10,000, and we pay the taxes.
For further information on UV rays, contact your eye care professional.
Glad you're here because your local forecast is coming right up after less than about a minute. Then we've got your then we've got your national forecast. Kim and Lindsay with you. Had some stormy weather yesterday in a few parts of this country, including in Calgary.
You know, we are looking at once again the risk of some thunderstorms in Calgary, potentially severe. For the most part throughout the day yesterday, it was just some heavy downpours, but hopefully this won't put too much of a damper on the Calgary Stampede. Kim, last year 2 events had to be canceled because of the active weather.
Yeah, they tend to see rain and then a mix of sun and clouds through the day and then more rain. So it's been off and on, not a total washout, but you want to be prepared if you're heading out to the parade. Let's take a look now at this stormy video that we have coming in. Oh my goodness, it was one of those days again with the risk of thunderstorms, lightning and hail.
We'll outline today's risk of thunderstorms in eastern Canada after your local forecast.